Hello all, MediEvil Fan 1 here. Welcome back to MediEvil Resurrection on the PS5. Well, and PSP if you're playing it on the PSP originally, but now it's been ported to PS5. And welcome back to my Platinum journey as well. In the previous part, we grind our way through Galloway Plains, did our did all 9 stages of each Carnival minigame, and got our 8 carnival tokens and got ourselves the Warden's brand. So we're going to be overpowered for the rest of the game. We're going to be plowing our way through these enemies for the rest of the game. It's very worth it to get it. We're still going to get all the chalices though, just to complete the game 100% and get all the trophies. Today we're playing Scarecrow Field. This is like the polar opposite of the original Scarecrow Field. It's sort of designed similarly, although the part with the traps is a bit different. But it's the polar opposite originally. There's no farmers in this one, it's just haystack enemies. But they're the tough ones, whereas the farmers were the hard ones initially. The easy ones initially. But in the original, the scarecrows were the tricky ones to defeat. But they're really easy in this one. I mean, they're going to be easy regardless because I've got the Woden's brand. But then we have Pumpkin Gorge, which is a different story. That's completely differently designed to the original one. But, yeah, let's just jump into it now. I'm actually going to post this maybe throughout October. I might post my first part before, then I'll see. I've just got a few walkthroughs I want to push out as well. But, when I heard that this got released on console, I had to start hunting trophies on it and actually do a walkthrough of it again. Because I haven't really walked through it in years. I did live streams of it on YouTube, but I want to do official walkthroughs. But let's just jump into Scarecrow Fields. Prepare to be scared if you're a crow. Bad heyday. Prepare to be scared if you're a crow. Now this means I can't remember if it's actually in MediEvil remake or not. It might be in inside the Salem at one point. But yeah, this is a completely new soundtrack to this game from the original. It's not a remade one, it's a completely new one. Let's hurry through to Pumpkin Gorge. Yeah, basically the story of this level is so we're just passing through to get to Pumpkin Gorge. It's a relatively short level, this one, especially compared to the original, because I feel like you don't really have to, I think you have to hit them in this version, yeah. So, but there we go, dead in one hit. Trust me, they're not that easy normally. But because we had the Warden's brand, it's a lot easier. Because they're really annoying enemies, but we can burn these down. This is very similar to the original level's design. Wait, let's just kill him in one hit. Lovely, very satisfying. We can't smack them down. We'll get a club for this. Because at the very start of the level, there is some fire. I'm pretty sure at one part, it might not be in this, it might be in the original MediEvil, that you can't go back to the beginning once you push that hay barrel. I don't want to get too close to it in case I burn myself. That's why I was like being very cautious there. There we go. Burn that down. Burn this down. In the original, if you run away from them as they're burning down, it stops burning down, so you have to stay and watch it burn down. But there we go, we'll go back to the other one now. They burned it pretty quick in this version, I think. Yeah, and underneath them... Oh, wait, I don't want that. We got the Warden's brand. It's basically like a bonus weapon in this game to make the game so much easier. But yeah, this is a completely remade soundtrack for this level. The soundtrack goes to Inside the Asylum, and this game is a remake of the original Scarecrow Field soundtrack. But yeah, this is all very similar to the original. There's even like a merchant gargoyle healer in the original, but this bit's not here in the original game. This little side bit with the star rune. You actually get a moon rune here in the original game. I do like how the runes look in this one. They look shiny. They look like pebbles.
To my humble shop. Spend freely. There's no pockets in the shroud.
I actually don't want anything from him. I don't even need to buy health because I think there's a health vial in here. Come think of it. Yeah, don't need anything from you, Mr. Merchant. What are you buying? Yeah, this... I'm glad I actually discovered this time because I don't know when it was actually released on this platform. Oh, there's only a torch. Yeah, this little side room is what... Well, you actually have to defeat the Mecha Imp in order to get the rune to get into this next area here, but we actually get the rune to access the Mecha Imp in this version, so it's a little bit different to the original design. Yeah, the scarecrows are not anything at all in the Scarecrow Fields, even without like the Woden's brand. They only take like 1 or 2 hits of the short sword. They're a lot easier than they are in the original game. They don't even look as scary. Like I thought they actually were quite scary in the original game. And the cutscene that plays before the level like freaked me out when I was younger. I don't think it was just the graphics. I thought that it was actually quite an eerie cutscene. Actually, no, I might use the spear on them because the spear is very strong. But yeah, this is the only other level the imps are in other than Hilltop Mausoleum, and there's only 2 of them in this level. Just 2 imps controlling the mecha imps. Because there's no entrance hall or crystal caves, so they're not in more than 1 level in this game, apart from, I guess you could count this one, but there's only 2 of them in the whole level. Yeah, after you defeat the mecha imp, we don't get any rune to go back to get a rune to open this gate, because there's only a rune to access the mecha imp, and that's it. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. There we go, switch back to the... Yeah, anytime we're not defeating a ranged enemy, we'll just be using the Woden's Brand just to save us a lot of hassle. And it'll cut down our playtime by a lot too, towards our platinum. Yeah, it makes handling them a lot easier because they're really tricky otherwise. I remember when I was pretty new to it, I think I got good game overs thanks to them a few times. They were really tough. And I think that's the one that breathes fire on you, but if you immediately run behind them, you won't even get a chance to breathe fire on you. Although in this version of the game, I think they fire grenades at you or something. It doesn't look like fire, like the original game. Right, does that one drop anything? Yeah, that one doesn't drop anything either. I don't think either of the mecha imps drop anything in this version. Yeah, I feel like Scarecrow Fields feels like a quicker level in this than it does in the original. Because you don't have to go all the way to the traps over there. The booby traps, yeah. They go towards the end to get the harvester piece. The harvester piece is actually under a load of corn over here, which we have to get the hens to eat, which isn't actually a thing in the original. The hens are only in the Haunted Ruins. But yeah, this area is very similar design to the original, like this entire bit here. So if you've played the original game, this will all feel very familiar to you. But then, just so you wait till you get to Pumpkin Gorge and it'll all feel like new territory if you've never played MediEvil Resurrection before. Yeah, the actual corn itself looks very similar to the stacks of hay as well. Oh god, it's been very generous with the clubs. Oh, the club doesn't burn down in MediEvil Resurrection. For some reason I thought it did. The parasites in the corn, I swear I'm always hearing them saying like, I tell ya, I tell ya. I keep hearing them going like, I tell ya. The parasite sites in the corn look a bit like those, or Chalice's Fill. They look like many versions of those sandbags we were coming for. I don't actually know what they're called, those enemies. It's like hay bags, sandbags, corn bags. Wherever they are, they're freaky as fuck and annoying to deal with on other difficulties. But not other difficulties, I mean with other weapons, I'm busy. There's only one difficulty in this, unless you're playing the MediEvil 1 remake with the Cursed Helmet, which sort of counts as a hard mode. I don't know why I tried to hit the chicken here. But yeah, we have to lead... We don't need one, we don't need 2 of them. Yeah, we've practiced at hoarding chickens in Galmir Plains for this moment. I think one has a vial under it, one has money, and the other has the harvester piece. So it makes this part a little less tricky than the original, because you don't have to go through a whole load of booby traps to get the harvester piece. And it's very easy to miss the chalice in the original too, because when you get that harvester piece, I feel like a lot of people would just want to head out the level rather than actually get the chalice. Yeah, it's definitely easier, this Scarecrow Field. So I think even when you don't have the Woden's Brand, I feel like it probably is one of the easier levels in the game. But then Pumpkin Gorge, I'd say, is a bit of a harder one. Probably not for me with the Woden's Brand. I tell ya. Yeah, oh god, there's only a little bit left, come on. Stuff your face, knock yourself out. Yeah, me and my sister were talking about this when I was out. I was saying I can't believe that it actually has trophies out. It's so weird I earned trophies on MediEvil Resurrection, because what was even weird earning them on MediEvil when it came out. It's weird playing the actual MediEvil Resurrection, like not a remake, the actual game, and earning trophies. It's so weird. Note to Repairman, my newfangled corn cutting machine is missing a cog. I've gone back to traditional methods, but I'm not sure. Kicking my wife out at dawn with a scythe and a pasty is going to get harvested on time. Can you source it a replacement? Oh my god, that is such a dated joke. Oh my god. But, oh, you can crush ants with the Woden's Brand. Yes. I don't know why that reminds me of green icing that goes on top of cookies. Scooby-Doo cookies, particularly, I'm thinking of from when I was a kid. Wait. There we go, squishy, squishy. Dan is addicted to mice, but they're zombie mice because their blood is green. There we go. Pulled lever conk. I have also noticed that the levers are red when they're not switched, but when you hit them and they switch over, they have a little bit of green on them, indicating on, and red beating off. There we go. Very easy to activate the harvester in this, compared to the original one. It looks more like a mini steam train. I remember in the original it looked like some kind of giant buggy. I don't know if you call them buggies in America, but pram. I don't know what you call them. Baby carrier, whatever. But it also looked a bit like a spider. A cross between a buggy and a spider, in my opinion. But the chalice is over here in the original, but instead we've got a life fountain and a rune. And a merchant gargoyle that we don't have any need for right now. So all we have left to do is just to get the chalice and get out of Scarecrow Fields. It's a very short level, actually. I mean, we've probably made it shorter by the fact that we have a bonus weapon. There we go. One hit KO. But yeah, very similarly designed to the original one. We don't need a rune to get through there in the original, I don't think. But we do here. Yeah, there goes a little side path here for some money. The chalice is on one of these. Booby trap. Most of these booby traps are actually the same as the original. I think they all are the same as the original, but the order that we see them in are different to the original. Because this is the first one here. And the one we just went through, I think it's like the third one you go across. And I think the chalice is up here. Yeah, there we go. So after we complete Pumpkin Gorge, that'll be us having 7 chalices, so we should have that trophy. Next level. I'm excited to log this as like my new walkthrough, like my official one. I came in that way, I think, yeah. So I think this is the next area. Yeah, I think this is the no, this is, yeah, they are in a different order. I can't quite remember the order they're all in the original, but oh wait, sorry, I've backtracked by accident. Sorry, we've already been here. So I'll just go to this next area. We went there for the chalice, and but wait, no. Sorry. Okay, we were already there. Alright. There we go. Sorry, I got a bit mixed up there. Yeah, I think all these traps are the same as the original. I don't think any of them are different. Yeah, even this part. Where there's like one bigger gap than the rest of them. So you have to just be patient here before you jump across. Because luckily we're smaller than this. I think if you're quick enough, you probably jump across like even with the smaller gaps, but I don't want to risk it. I think it does take off a lot of your health if you get hit by it. And we have to activate this trap so that it starts moving and we can walk around it. There we go. And before we exit the level, let's just grab this rune. Oh, we actually have to get the rune to exit the level. I thought it was actually just going to get that. I thought it was going to be like money or something. But there we go, that's done Scarecrow Fields already. A very quick level. A very fun and easy one. After the drag of Gallagher Plains.
Make merry unto eternity.
Unto eternity.
Yes, even on a school night.
Even on a school night. Yes, Queen. It had a catchy tune, that one. But yeah, it's just different to the original one. But yeah, the layout's very similar. It's a bit easier than the original Scarecrow Fields, which... It's neither good nor bad. It just is easier than the original Scarecrow Fields. I haven't really got a comment whether or not it's a bad thing or not. We'll just get this because it's a child's weapon, but we won't be using it at any point, I don't think. The battlefield, yeah, this is good. He doesn't even pronounce half the German words when he's maybe German.
What do you think of this sword? Or that axe? Or this stupid long pole thing with the dinky point on the end? But I say to them, no, no, no.
9.
Idiots flying herd with the watery games.
I don't like what they did to him.
It's a question of science. And the foremost scientific instrument in the world is the shield. And I pan them with it in the face. Then I think maybe you should take my shield, yeah? Test it in the field, in true scientific manner. You will see for yourself that it is magic.
Oh, imagine if that's a new feature they added in MediEvil 3, where you can just sort of pan enemies in the face with a shield. If MediEvil 2 was in Victorian London, I wonder where MediEvil 3 would take place. I think, well, it was initially meant to take place, go back in the time machine to old Gallowmere again. But imagine it taking place in, like, modern society, with smartphones and all that. But here we are going into Pumpkin Gorge, not George. This is going to be a lot more Halloween-y. This part will probably be up during October at some point. But yeah, I remember when I was younger. This is a friend I don't talk to anymore, actually, and gladly so, to be honest. But I remember he had this before I did, because I didn't even have a PSP at the time. But he knew I loved the original MediEvil, and he said he was stuck on Pumpkin Gorge. And I said, "Oh, that level's easy. I'll play it for you." And when he gave it to me, I was like, "I didn't expect this level to be so different to the original Pumpkin Gorge." That's like the main thing I remember about it. But I think we'll do fine now. That was ages ago. There we go. I hope you gorge yourself. Yes. The house in the background looks like a face. Pumpkin George has not been around these parts for years. But yeah, this level actually is a remake of the original Pumpkin Gorge's soundtrack. So this level actually still kept its soundtrack, but not its appearance, because it looks completely different. There's some things in the level that you could tell that they took from the original Pumpkin Gorge, but it's a very different looking level. Looks good though. Looks very Halloween-y. I love the vibes it gives. I'm not so sure what to think about the actual pumpkins though. They just... I don't think they look awful. They just, I prefer how they looked in the original. That's all. I believe they actually used this Pumpkin Gorge soundtrack for the remake as well. And luckily everything's dying in one hit. It's lovely. But also, well, he's called the Pumpkin King in this, but he's called the Pumpkin Serpent in the original. They actually made him a lot more difficult in the remake, which I'm so glad of, because in the original he was a piece of cake, and it felt so disappointing. But also, even though it's a Pumpkin King, I always thought it was a female when I was a lot younger, I guess. I'm really stupid, but it just struck me as very feminine, the Pumpkin Serpent. But yeah, he's called the Pumpkin King in this, and they actually do make it more difficult, but not if my Woden's brand has anything to say about it. But yeah, they've made Pumpkin Gorge and Pumpkin Serpent all one level in this one. It's part of the same level, but Pumpkin Serpent was a separate level in the original game with its own separate chalice. But it's all part of the same level, so there's only one pumpkin level in this remake. Well, it is a remake. There's been 2 remakes, but I say it's more about reimagining this one. I hope I didn't get stuck there. Okay, I didn't. It looked like I got stuck there, but I think it's because I initiated a cutscene. I don't know, I keep charging up my hit. I don't need to, because everything dies in one hit anyway. I've got so much money now. I think it's from Galamir Plains. But this little elevator thing here, in the original there's only one, and it goes up like really slowly. But it leads you up to a rune and some money, but there's multiple of these elevators in this Pumpkin Gorge. I think there's at least 2. I don't know if there's a 3rd. So what did we get there? Oh yeah, we have to smack all the pod sacks in order to free this farmer, so that he'll give us a pumpkin key to go towards the witch's camp to summon the Pumpkin Serpent, or Pumpkin King as he's called in this, where we get a very angry pumpkin witch compared to the original game, where she actually looks like a literal pumpkin with a human head, who I thought she looked like a lot like one of my teachers in school called Mrs. Hartman, but that's I think it's Miss Hartman. I don't actually know. The name doesn't matter to you guys, but let's initiate this cutscene. I'm a waffler.
Would you help I, Boney Knight? I'm being held prisoner on my own farm by rampaging orange vegetable life. It'd be right peculiar.
Yeah, the objective we have to do for him is similar to the one with the Pumpkin Serpent. We have to smack pod sacks to destroy the roots around his fence.
And a basketball for a head. And that's why I'm trapped. I tried cutting, I tried chewing, but these roots are tougher than yesterday's pasty. Maybe you can find a weakness somewhere. Get I free, Sir Knight, and I'll give you the key to old witchy girl's camp. How's that? Maybe then you can find her and help her bring her unruly produce to heel.
Unruly produce to heal. I don't know what he means by bringing it to heal. I think he means like bring it to justice. I'm actually sure. I've never heard of that phrase before. Bring it to heal. Oh, nice. I was hoping to get 2 of them with that. Lovely. I think oh yeah, I have to take this right path first, I think. There's a few different paths you can take first. I think there's like 3 routes. We've taken 1 so far, and this is the second one. It's quite a big level. It's kind of an open world level, the way they designed in this one. It's a lot linear in the original. But yeah, when I was playing this for my, was my friend growing up, I just didn't expect it to be so different. I thought it was just going to be like a remake of the original MediEvil. I was like, okay, this is not what I was expecting. So this will have led me to, yeah, that's opened up this area now to be accessible, but we want to go further down now. I believe a life ball is down here, if I remember rightly. And we'll get a trophy when we get our 4th one. And another trophy for getting them all. There we go. Oh, it went up a little bit. Not enough to close it. There we go. That's our 3rd life ball. Or health ball, even. And monies. We end up stealing from the pumpkin witch as well, because we go inside her cabin without permission and just, like, take a load of money from inside her cabin. Like, we don't even ask her. She doesn't even argue about it. Like, she's a saint. Oh. I was being impatient. I was trying to jump on the ledges to get across without having to deal with them. I don't think you can even kill them. I think they're invincible. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Those little vines in the original, they could be destroyed, but these ones can't. The levels in general feel a lot more emptier than they were in the original, like less things to collect. I mean, I feel like in the original, like there were so many things to collect in certain areas, or more enemies. I think that's what I mean by that. Yeah, we need to come up here to destroy a pod sack, and there's throwing daggers there too if you want them, but I don't see why you'd want them. There we go. We've got one more path to take right now. Another part that you can see where they got the idea for that design from the original game, because there's a part that looks like it, but it just leads you to an area with a life vial and some money. Oh, I'm being too impatient. I'm just going through so much health here when I don't need to. I just get too impatient waiting for the vines to disappear. Oh. Right. I like how their legs look, their little feet, the little vines. Yeah, this bit here, it's a lot taller than the other one, but there is a building kind of like this where there was like a little ramp that went up to it. So it was a very tiny ramp, and it just led to a room full of money and a life vial. But this actually leads to a pod sack and an elevator, so there's actually something you need to get from in here. And then we'll have freed the farmer. This level's so much smaller now than I know I'm doing, but I remember when I was younger, I was so confused. Because it felt like such a big level when I was a kid. Ah, there we go, found a health vial. Alright. It was kind of grindy getting the platinum for MediEvil 1 on the PS4. But I feel like this one's going to be simpler. Big cool, just getting a free platinum tonight that I wasn't expecting to get. I'm pretty sure we could go inside his house as well to get his monies. Damn the thief. Damn the man. Yeah, that's the main memory I have about this level, what I was saying about when I was playing it for that friend of mine. And it just was not what I was expecting it to be at all. But yeah, I do love that it's the original level's soundtrack as well. Just redone. But yeah, I do believe they did use this one in the remake as well. Very fitting to the level. It's just such a perfect game for this time of year. I know there's pumpkins in MediEvil 2. I feel like MediEvil 2 is like an all-year-round kind of game for me, but I feel like I really get in the mood for MediEvil 1 at Halloween. Oh, and Resurrection.
Well, shave my head and
Call me a mango show.
I thought those murderous pumpkins would be the death of me. Any road up, a deal's a deal. Except in Cornishwall, steer clear of that lot. This here's the key what gets you into old witchy feller's camp. Now
Witchy
be
fella.
off with you and sort things out before more pumpkins come to batter my tatties.
Your ties? Is that a euphemism? Batter my ties. You good? He's got no collision. I'm trying to assault the poor guy. There we go. It's okay. We'll just rob him blind instead. He's got lots of money in here at that. God. I feel like we're going to be rich by the end of this game because there's not much like left to get. There we go. Get the chalice from down here. There we go. And I think once it's filled, we should have that trophy. But we have to actually kill more enemies first. And this should lead us to Health Fountain. I don't think it'll get our health full because I don't think they fill a whole life ball in this, if I remember. Yeah, about the equivalent of a full life ball. I had a little bit of health I still needed before filling that. There we go. Pumpkin key. I know it's like, I'm thinking it's just because I pronounced it, but I know it's what they spell pumpkin, like pumpkin. Because it was with an N rather than an M. I think it's just because the way he pronounced it, but there is actually a typo in this book right here. I'm sure it's a typo, unless it's just the way that the witches speak, but... I wonder if I should kill him first, because if you kill him before talking to the witch, you actually get different dialogue from her, to if you don't. So, I might actually kill this Pumpkin King first, just to show you her reaction if you kill her. If you kill her, no, we don't kill the witch. If we kill the Pumpkin King before we talk to her. This is my beautiful baby, the Pumpkin King. Look at his little face. He's just started sleeping through, so please do not disturb his rest. That means no loud noises, and absolutely no whacking him in the pod sacks. Signed, the Pumpkin Witch. Oh, it might be, he just started sleeping through. I wonder if it actually means like sleeping through, because I thought it was meant to say sleeping though, and that's a typo. Maybe it's not a typo then. I guess it is. I guess we'll never know. I think that is a saying, like, sleeping through. Like, don't want to wake him up, but, like, let him sleep through. Yeah, maybe that does make sense. For some reason, I thought that was a typo when I first saw it. Wait, monies. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So, yeah, this is a bit like this game's equivalent of the Pumpkin Serpent, just with this one little area in Pumpkin Gorge, where we still got some pumpkins to defeat for our Chalice and Pumpkin Gorge, but we still have the pod sacks to destroy for waking up the Pumpkin Serpent. There's only one phase of the boss fight. And you can actually see the line where that breaks for when you do break it. Yeah, you can see where that line is before you even break it. Like the breaking line. But the Pumpkin Serpent had multiple phases to them in the game files in MediEvil 1, but they only ended up with one phase to them in the final product. But I think they changed that in the remake and gave them more phases to the boss fight. But in this one, it only has one phase, I think. It has like a happy and sad face. Where basically when it has a sad face, you can attack it, but you can't attack it when it's got a happy face. And yeah, don't worry about that. I've got another controller for when that one dies. Oh, yep. I've defeated enough enemies. Oh, he spews out more for us. I think they give us child's percentage, I believe. Oh, no, they don't give us child's percentage. We must have missed a pumpkin somewhere back there for our planet, but there we go. Look at that. How overpowered is that? Only 2 hits, so we just completely avoided a boss fight. Where is chili sauce? Shish salsalan. Yeah, I'm gonna backtrack because we must have missed a pumpkin somewhere. Oh wait, no, there's some here. There we go. That's that full. I think that was our 7th chalice. I think we actually have to finish the level with it, though. I think we have to actually finish the level first before the trophy pops. Or actually obtain the weapon from the Hall of Heroes. Ba-da-bum. So this is similar to from the original, but like those mushrooms are inside like a swampy pond rather than inside what looks like a poisonous mist. Looks a bit like the Wizard of Oz. Do you not think they look like elf feet? I had to like emphasize the 2 separate words there because it was like the feet of elves. We don't, but we sure as hell have time to loot our shit. Yas. Money, money, money. Right, so we'll get the dialogue now for if we defeat the Pumpkin King before we even speak to her. Because you do get a slightly different interaction with her.
What do you want, you
Fleshless freak.
Hang on. Is that you, Sir Daniel? I didn't recognize you for a moment. Eyebrows make such a difference to a man's looks. As indeed does the rest of the face. Must be the best part of a century since I saw you.
She looks and acts so different to the original one.
Here you are. You never wrote me! Oh, what a terrible time I'm having.
There's a bit more to her, though.
I devoted my life to my sweet, sweet babies.
Suckling them at the teat.
Planting them in good
Wonder where that was going.
And this is how I'm rewarded. By an evil, treacherous act of massive ingratitude! A renegade pumpkin! Sucking the life from the land!
I love how we killed it before we even found out about it from her. Imagine if she got mad, say like, you didn't even know who he was.
You killed him? Well, that's very nice nice of you.
It's very nice of you to kill a creature.
Anything I can do in return? My Anubis stone shard. The precious.
The precious.
I suppose I could give it to you in return. No! What am I saying? Dare I? Ooh. Go on then. Here, take it if you must. Oh,
Thank you, love.
Sir Dan, if you see my sister, the forest witch, on your travels, tell her to stop plotting against me, or I'll boil her
While I
head in
had a sticky cappy caftan for pig food.
Okay.
Yeah, she's nice to us, but she's got some anger issues. Like, the original one never yelled. But that's us done with Pumpkin Gorge. Hope you've enjoyed. In the next part, we will be playing... Imagine if I just ended that sentence there. We will be playing, and then that's it. But we'll be playing Welcome to Sleeping Village inside the Asylum, which I think should just be called the Asylum in this one, considering there's no Asylum grounds. And Sleeping Village. Yeah, there's Welcome to Sleeping Village, and then there's Sleeping Village. And then, yeah. So we're just going to get our... I don't actually know what our weapon is we get here, but we're going to get our weapon regardless of what it is. But the end of the level is over here. We did get the chalice. Yeah, we did. Because it's highlighted at the side. There we go. Let's see where our weapon was for. Oh, there we go. Chalice of Souls. So we have to leave the level first.
Where they feast and make merry unto eternity. Yes, even on a school night.
Even on a school night. Luckily for me, school nights are no more. Gonna enjoy games all the time now. Oh, there we go. We don't get another light ball from Canny Tim here. We just get another crossbow. Which could come in handy at boss fights.
Good Captain Fortescue, my heart glows to see that you're still alive, Sirrah.
Sirrah.
God, I miss the camaraderie of serving with you, all cuddled in together, keeping warm at night, telling scary stories until we're afraid to put the light out. In fact, in memory of those marvelous times, I'd like you to have my most cherished of crossbows, designed specifically for heroes just like you. I never got round to using it properly, what with Zarok killing me prematurely and all that, but I'd love you to
Killing me
shoot something
prematurely.
his eye for me, for old time's sake.
I like that whole new dialogue from him, actually, because the second time we see him in the main game, it's just like, I knew it would take more than the MediEvil dead to throw your stride, sir. I've got something that may help you in your quest, Captain. I'd give it to you freely if I have no idea what it is. But I have no idea what it is. But yeah, we get a whole new dialogue from him there. I do like the voice they gave for Canny Tim in this game. Very similar to the one from the original. But yes, I will see you next time when we play Welcome to Sleeping Village, Inside the Asylum, and Sleeping Village. I love you all so much. If you enjoyed what you've seen here, be sure to give the video a like, dislike if you didn't like it. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe and click the notification bell. If you want to see me live on Twitch, I have a Twitch under the same name. It's in the description. All my social media links are in the description below, including Discord. But I love you so much, and I will see you in the next part. And I know I said I love you so much already, but I do. I will see you all later. Take care.